Hey guys, I am back with my yoga mat and my kettlebell, and I'm going to show you how to integrate a weight by way of a kettlebell into a simple yoga pose. Alright, so I've been a yoga teacher for almost 18 years now, but I also do a lot of other styles of workout. I love a kettlebell workout. I have to do a lot of different workouts to keep my body really strong and fit. And actually I'm finding that the stronger my body becomes, the better my yoga practice becomes. So I really believe in both. For a sort of rounded, holistic wellness, you need all. You need the cardio, you need the yoga, and you need the strength. So what I love to do is spend a little bit of time figuring out how I can integrate a weight into just say one really simple yoga pose. This is one of my favorites, so here we go. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to take a simple crescent pose today. So a crescent pose is basically like a lunge, and I'm actually just going to turn my mat a little bit side on to the camera so that I can teach this to you properly. Okay, so hopefully you can see me, my whole stance here. Now, to get into a crescent pose, a lot of yoga teachers will have you come in from downward facing dog, but I'm going to have you come in from standing just because it's a little bit safer and we can really concentrate on form here. So I have a sticky mat, a yoga mat, which you're really going to need for this. Now, crescent pose and a lunge. Let's make sure our form is really, really good here. I see so many yoga classes with people doing crazy stuff here, and it can be incredibly dangerous for your knee joint. So you bend your knee and you want your knee to be over your ankle, okay? That is cheating. That's like, nah, not really in enough. And that, overshooting the foot, is actually really, really dangerous for the knee joint. So we want the knee directly above the ankle, like so. Make sure your feet are stable. Now, if you're not entirely stable in this position yet, you will be, because this is balance as well. In the pose, the little workout that I'm showing you today, we've got balance and strength, okay? So, we're gonna low down. So if you don't have the balance, you could have a chair or a counter right by you. And if you don't have good balance, please start off doing that, because it'll really help you. Now, we're gonna come in, and the great thing here in this pose in crescent, my back leg is kind of going towards straight, but where I'm really feeling this tremendous stretch is in my psoas muscle and the front of my left hip. It feels really good, and it's so important to stretch that muscle every single day, because we do live in a sedentary society. We're at a chair or in a car all day long, so these muscles need to be done. Okay, now let me show you how I'm going to add a weight in. So I'm using my PKB kettlebell. I've done a series of videos with these kettlebells because I'm so passionate about them, because they're portable. You can fill them with sand or with water or whatever you want, potatoes, to get the desired weight that you want. So you don't have to buy tons and tons of weights. Also, they're soft, which makes it a lot easier for when you're doing what I'm going to show you right now. Okay? So I've got it. Now keep it, the rule of thumb for good form is keep the weight, the kettlebell, nice and close to you while you get into your pose, because if you hold it away, then you don't have your balance. All right, it's all about core strength. So hold it like it's a little baby that you're holding it really tightly to you, and then you're going to get into your simple crescent pose. All right, now again, I'm just looking at my form here, making sure my knee is directly above my ankle. Okay, you want your two hip bones facing straight ahead of you, like headlights. Okay, now I'm going to take the kettlebell and I'm holding it either side, and I'm simply going to inhale, up, exhale, lower. Inhale, up, exhale, lower. So you see, I'm now integrating a little bit of really simple strength and a tremendous amount of balance into my practice. And this you're going to need to look at a fixed point straight ahead of you to really maintain this balance. Okay, and you can do like 10 of those. Okay, now, little warning here. If your balance isn't good, my friends, you just practice the crescent pose hanging onto a chair until you are so sure that you have that balance before you attempt this. Please listen to me with that, because I don't want anyone toppling over. Then, when you finish that, you go to the other side. Obviously, the same thing. Check your form as you go in. Hold the kettlebell really close to you, and then in we go. And there's one more little thing that I wanted you to double check with your form. So let's hold the kettlebell really close to us. Is the knee is stacked above the ankle, and the knee also points over your middle toes. Doesn't go that way or that way. All right, so we've done those. Now I'm going to show you two more things that you can do with your kettlebell weight, or you could use any other kind of weight that you've got. Honestly, it doesn't have to be a kettlebell. You might just have a 5 or a 10 pound weight that you just want to try with before you commit to a kettlebell. So we're going to go into the same pose right here. Okay, so again, form is super duper important. And now we are going to go into triceps. So I'm holding the kettlebell and I'm going to lower down. So elbows squeeze in towards my ears, looking straight ahead of me. Shoulders are relaxed, but I'm working my triceps. Wow, that feels good. I love doing this kind of workout because it just integrates all these things that I need to learn. Okay, so that's that. And I will say another little thing here about balance is balance goes as you get older. Literally every sort of 5 years that you get older. That's why elderly people have a big problem with balance. But the really good news is that you can correct it. And by working on your balance every day, as much as your flexibility and your strength, then you're going to keep your balance well into your twilight years. And that's what I want for everybody, because one fall and you're out of the game. Okay? So you would do that both sides. So let's say you would do 10 tricep dips like that one side, then you're going to switch over to your other leg and do the same thing. Okay, and then finally, because we've done shoulders, we've done triceps, and now we're going to do a little bit of biceps. Really gentle, really easy. Come in, knee stacked above the ankle, knee pointing towards my middle toes. Okay, back leg straight, and now we're going to what is called serving the platter. But what I want you to do is gently circle your shoulders back. Okay, your shoulder blades and lats slide down towards your waist. Engage your core. Hi, Sunshine. Sunshine's just arrived. Some of you know my little dog, Sunshine. Breathe out. So remember, this is yoga, so each movement has a breath. I'm serving that platter and drawing it in. Serving the platter, drawing it in. Okay, and we'll do about 10 of those. Then we'll go over to the other side, and then, my friends, we are pretty much done with that workout. So I love that. I hope you love that as much as I do. And maybe what you can do, if you practice yoga regularly, just maybe take one pose like I did just now, that simple crescent pose, and just add that weight in, and then you've done a little bit more strength for your day. And it's really, really safe if you have good form. And I'm going to finish off with this one, excuse the sound, we're in LA, helicopters flying over. I want to show you this one stretch, which is the must-have stretch that changes almost everybody that I work with for low pain and hip pain. If you are alright with just your knee on the ground, go for it. If not, pad, put a blanket or a towel, a thick blanket or a towel underneath the lower knee. Okay, then we're going to come in. Again, remember, knee is above the ankle, it doesn't overshoot, and then you're just going to draw the front of that left hip. Oh, it feels so good. All the way to the floor. Then the same arm, so it's my left knee or left hip flexor that I'm stretching, and my left arm comes all the way over, and I'm breathing. And then release. And it's a stretch all the way from the psoas, all the way up through the obliques and through the arm. It is a beautiful stretch. And I'm just going to go over to the other side because I don't want to be unbalanced. So remember, good form, come in, have a little chair to hold on to if your balance isn't good, and then slowly lower down. The front of that right hip, right arm comes all the way over. Oh, that feels so good. And breathing deeply. And release, and then I finish off with a child's pose, because that is always my way of finishing off almost every yoga practice, either child's pose or shavasana. So guys, if you haven't already, do check out some of my other videos. I've done a whole load of videos in this series with kettlebells, and of course all my other videos on nutrition and DIYs and the whole 9 yards, everything pertaining to a gorgeously green life. Have a beautiful day. I'm going into child's pose.